Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play. I'm Black, and here's the PokeBeach. In the last episode, we kind of went through the Strong Cave, caught Cavalion, and as I mentioned like a few episodes ago, we were going to also try and backtrack and do a few TMs. That's what we're going to be kind of doing today. I also mentioned in the last episode that all we were coming to get was Thunderbolt, like the main thing anyways that we were going to be getting. So we're going to be doing that. There's also, I think, 2 other TMs on this recording you can get as well. So, plus there's also free experience and stuff like that. So, that'll be a thing we're going to be doing today. A few things that we probably need to cover is kind of the fact that tomorrow is going to be the 20th. The reason why this is relevant, if you didn't watch like 2 or 3 episodes ago, actually no, almost a week ago's worth of episodes, so it's probably like 4 or 5 episodes ago, I kind of made an announcement saying that you kind of can't PokeGen as of tomorrow, I think. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow night at like 11:59 that everything stops, or if it's literally in the next, I don't know, 5 hours, 3 minutes, because at the time of me recording the narration, it's 4:40, not like 3:14 as my, you know, DS thing says, because it's when I actually record. So yeah, the Wi-Fi services for Generation 5 earlier will be going down sometime either tonight, as in like it'll end as a midnight tonight, or it'll end around 11:59 tomorrow night. So I do recommend that if you haven't already, you might want to PokeGen some of those move tutor moves and stuff like that that you kind of need to get on Pokemon that can't get it in Generation 6. Examples would be Knockoff, a really good move tutor move for things like Gliscor, Landorus, Therian, or Incarnate. I don't know if Incarnate runs the Knockoff or not. Could be wrong about that, of course, but I don't know. But I mean, there are other just like really good egg moves that you can transfer up, you know, move tutor moves, things like that. Kind of a good suggestion for you guys. I do recommend transferring up a lot of Smeargles, and the reason for this is because if you're using like males, I did males because if the species that you're breeding with is female, it's going to be that Pokemon. So yeah. So I transferred up a shit ton of Smeargles, and the reason for this is because Smeargle has a large amount of Pokemon that it can breed with, and it can only remove in the game, so giving it egg moves is kind of cool. I mean, I literally have a whole bunch of Smeargles with a whole bunch of very interesting moves. For example, I have a whole bunch that have entry hazards moves. I have some that have the priority moves like Bullet Punch, Mach Punch, Sucker Punch, Extreme Speed. I think I have one with the 3 Elemental Fangs, one with 3 Elemental Punches. I think I have like every single recovery move. Things like Recover, Soft Boil, Milk Drink, etc. Other like really good moves like Giga Drain, Leaf Storm, Pedal Dance. Yes, I'm actually kind of going through my actual DS at the moment while we're sitting here playing Pokemon. I kind of want to mention this really quick. This egg, this is a Larvesta egg, so if you really wanted to get Volcarona, that's basically a way of doing it. So, there's that. It's not the only one in the game though, which we'll get to eventually. I think it's a close game thing, I can't really remember, because you get it in the Marriland Castle. So, again, we'll be doing that, you know, whenever we get around to it, which I believe is the first game. But anyways, like, Smeargle is one of the best things that you can transfer up when it comes to egg moves. So, I mean, that's the thing. Whenever, I think I did this on Saturday, I transferred up all the Smeargles. I also transferred up all a few other things. As far as I remember, Excadrill doesn't get Iron Head as a breeding move or anything. So I had to transfer up, I transferred up a hidden ability male that has Iron Head as well as Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and Rock Slide, because Choice Scarf Excadrill is currently what's being played in the current Gen 6 OU meta. So I mean, kind of can't have sort of things on it if you're going to be doing a choice, because, you know, why would you ever want to lock yourself into that? I transferred up in the Azumarill with knockoff, just because knockoff is kind of a viable thing for it, and if I don't get it now, then I may not be able to get it. It might be something that sees more play later down the line instead of Belly Drum. I'm not sure how many of the actual like Azumarill sets are actually playing Belly Drum right now. It's not really necessary in my opinion, just because of its ability and already good attacks. Like, I don't really think it's necessary, but whatever. So I mean, that was something I transferred up. I really wanted to have this, and you can't get the hidden ability on it, or through reading in Generation 5. I got a Raichu with full tackle, but that's obviously something you can obtain in Generation 6 of course. But it apparently gets the tutor move knockoff, which is kind of cool. I wanted to have that. Of course, knockoff also comes on Bisharp, which is also seeing a lot of play right now. That steel typing against fairy types is real, not to mention knockoff is stab, and it's just seeing a lot of play right now, considering every competitive battler is using items on their Pokemon. I mean, until we get the elemental gems, acrobatics becomes a thing, and all that other happy crap. The next thing I transferred up was an X-Cloud. X-Cloud is pretty monstrous. Choice specs, X-Cloud with Burn Burst. It's scrappy, it hits everything for neutral damage, and it's just kind of stupid. Something that I fucked up the last time when I tried to transfer one up was a Gastrodon that had Earth Power. I ended up transferring up I forget what the hell it was, the Shellos that didn't have it, and I forgot to give it the tutor move before I transferred it, and obviously you can reverse transfer, you can send it back, so I'm like, well, fuck. So. Another thing I got was a Scizor with knockoff. Why not? I mean, Mega Scizor is a thing. I also still had a shiny Dino on my Pokemon Light. It took me, I think, like a week to breed. That was before I could do RNG abuse and stuff as well, but whatever. I also ended up getting a good chunk of my old rain team on my own as well. I don't think rain dish is ever going to be viable because, you know, rain only lasts about 10 turns now if you happen to have the damp rock on a drizzle user. I don't know, something like that. But I mean, there's a lot of things that you can transfer up and do whatever. Obviously you can't use Smeargle for everything though, so you kind of have to like find out what Pokemon are not breedable or compatible with Smeargle, so that way you can be like, oh, well, this thing needs certain Egnos and Smeargle doesn't breed with it, so I can, you know, get these Egnos without having another Pokemon in the same species breed. So yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can kind of... Egg moves are kind of easier, but tutor moves are a little bit more difficult. I'm pretty sure that like some of the things that you, like, okay, if you wanted to breed something that couldn't breed with Smeargle, but it could breed with something that can breed with Smeargle, then you could just do it like that. You know, things like that. It kind of goes just full circle in a way. It's partly the reason why I have the Smeargle, or all these Smeargles. I literally have, let's see here, 6, 12, 18, 19 Smeargles, all of which with egg moves. And one of them has, okay, 2 of them have the same, or they have like one of the same move. So, whoops. Kind of a wasted slot, I suppose, but whatever. Everything else is fine, though. I mean, there's a lot of things that are worth transferring out. There's like Iron Head, there's Superpower. Superpower is only available for Scizor as a move tutor move. I personally used to run it whenever Gen 5 was still just Gen 5 and there was no Gen 6. Partly because Choice Band Scizor with Bullet Punch, Superpower, and stuff like that, it was kind of a huge threat. So that's kind of a thing. I think I actually have my old Scizor on my game now. I don't really remember. There's like a whole bunch of other just really interesting things. You just get moves on and breed before. So I mean, I just wanted to be prepared, and I do think that like with the services going down as of tomorrow, a lot of people should be considering getting these turn moves and egg moves as fast as they possibly can. And by egg moves, I practically just mean, you know, Smeargles, because I guess that's the thing. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like whatever, but at the same time it's not. So I mean, like, personally, there's a lot of things I still want to breed for. I mostly breed for 6 IV, but one and try to breed for shinies from there. I still actually have a shiny video I need to upload because before I restarted my X, I ended up breeding for the 2 start. Like, okay, an X and Y, you use the 2 starters, right? I decided to breed personally for my own like versions of starters, and I had bred a Greninja and a Charizard. Basically, I got a Charmander with 5 IVs, everything but attack, and I got a Greninja with everything but attack as well. So I mean, you know, and when I was trying to breed for the Charmander, I messed up the breeding. I ended up like having an egg prepared that had everything but a special attack for some reason. I don't know why I ended up keeping that egg, but I kind of messed up. I checked the egg on like both up, so I had to rebreed again. I think it was the first or second egg out of the following batch that I had made that a shiny Charmander had appeared. So I mean, I now have a 5 IV Charmander now, it's shiny, but it's got everything but HP, which is kind of terrible. But, I mean, in a way, it's the last shiny that I got out of that save file, and I'm kind of, I kind of can't help but smile about it, because my first shiny in the game was my, you know, Froakie, and I ended up getting the shiny version of the other starter that I chose for that game. So I mean, you know, you kind of can't help but smile about something like that. Another thing I did actually settle for a Xerneas. I was software setting for like a week to get something. This one is mainly just a 3 IV, but a lot of the other IVs are close to the 30s. So I mean, it's got much better IVs than the one that I originally had. It took a longest time to fucking get it done. I still plan on doing it for Mewtwo, possibly Zapdos, even Zygarde, even though I don't really care so much about Zygarde unless it actually does get those hidden ground moves that we talked about like 3 episodes ago. So yeah. Considering that we only have like 2 minutes left, I'm going to kind of cover this as well. For those of you who didn't know, because I kind of got this information after I had recorded, I think, the last episode that I had posted, which was Friday's episode. Apparently the World Championship music for the flight, I think it might be the finals or whatever, like, you know how they have specific music for those types of events. Apparently the World Championship music has been leaked, and by leaked I mean hackers got into the file, like the files or whatever for the XY, and found the soundtrack there, and it's now, you know, for everyone to know. Basically, it's just out there. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty legit. I'm kind of hoping that they do stream the Worlds again this year. They probably will, of course. I mean, they still have a Twitch thing, but yeah, I'm just kind of hoping that it is going to be a thing, because I did enjoy watching it, and I kind of hope to watch it again. So, I mean, what can you do? It's fun to watch. It's also interesting because you can learn a lot of cool strategies and shit. And the music is pretty hype. I don't remember what the music was like for last year's Worlds. I think it's very close. It's going to be like the blue, green, Gary, you know, championship theme that was in the World Tournament and stuff like that. So I mean, that'll be kind of a thing. Anyways, considering that we're basically out of time, I guess I should cover this in the next episode. We're going to probably start making our way towards Obelisc City, and yeah, it's So yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer signing out.